let's go ahead and get started. Our question was, what is your favorite color? And to just keep it down to one color. So I'm gonna ask each of you, and then I'm gonna actually write it down on my little notebook here so that we can keep track. All right, so Kristen, what's your favorite color?
Purple.
Purple, okay. Logan, what's yours?
My favorite color is blue, obviously.
Blue, awesome, okay. Then Daniela, what's yours?
Pink and yellow.
All right, pick one.
Pink.
Pink, okay. JV, what's your favorite color?
Red, blue, white, and black.
Pink. And now this is the fourth time I'm saying this. We're going to choose one color. What's your favorite one color? Just one.
Red.
Red, all right, thank
Red.
you.
Sorry,
Evan,
no,
what's your favorite color?
Blue.
Blue, all right. Demaya, what about you?
Pastel yellow.
Pastel yellow, okay. Elena, what's yours?
My favorite color is violet.
All right. I'm gonna put that under purple. Is
How
that
many
okay?
turns y'all get? I'll get.
Emmanuel, what's your favorite color?
Huh? My favorite color is blue.
Blue, okay. Dalton, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color is black.
Black, okay. Danae, what's yours?
My favorite color is pink.
Pink, okay. Jay, what's your favorite color?
Red.
Red. Felix?
My favorite color is aqua blue.
Aqua blue, okay. Patience, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color is turquoise.
Turquoise, okay. Nikayla, you just jumped in. What's your favorite color? We're gonna narrow it down to one color.
Purple.
Did you say purple? Yes, okay. Krishan, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color is red.
Red, okay. Miss Williams, what's your favorite color? Oh, I can't hear you.
It's pink.
Pink, okay. My favorite color is also pink. Okay. So I kept track of it here. We're going to move into our lesson with that today. So before we make our chart, I want to show you one so that we can kind of see what one looks like. And we've kind of gone over charts and graphs already in school. We did them a lot during our morning work. So this should kind of be review, and it should be pretty easy. So let me go ahead and show you one. We're gonna do picture graphs today, picture graphs. So share screen. All right, can everyone see that? Okay, so we have this picture graph here for points scored during the game. And over here, we have 4 people who scored points in the game. We have Alan, Kate, Gary, and May. These are the people that scored points. Then we have these pictures of basketballs, okay? So Alan has 1 basketball, Kate has 3 basketballs, Gary has 5 basketballs, and May has 4 basketballs. If we look down here, we have a key. Let's see, who am I going to choose? Danae. Looking at this key right here, each basketball stands for how many points?
Unmute yourself, honey.
So each basketball stands for how many points?
2 points.
2 points. So if one basketball is 2 points, that means when we need to count these basketballs up here, what does that mean? What does that mean? Who can raise their hand and say? Demaya, what does that mean?
That made you put two more each of them.
Yeah. So instead of counting Alan only got 1 point, you would actually say Alan got 2 points. Let me go ahead and write that down. So instead of Alan getting 1 point, he would get 2 points. Instead of Kate getting 3 points, she would get 2, 4, 6 points. How many points would Gary get? How many points would Gary get? Logan.
Gary would get 10 points.
Gary would get 10 points. And May would get how many points? Patience?
May would get 8 points.
8 points. All right, good. So, cool. Now I'm gonna give you guys a little challenge question here. And I'm gonna give everyone about a minute and a half to think about this answer. Okay. I'm gonna type it in here. How many points were scored in the entire game? So how many points, not points, points were scored in the entire game? Using this graph right here, how many points were scored in the entire game? So I'll give you guys a minute and a half to kind of think about that. How many points?
Dalton.
I'm gonna put him in the waiting room for now. I'll let his mom know.
Give us a thumbs up once you have it, please. Thank you, Jameson. Thank you, Felix. Denila. Thank you, Logan. Thank you, Demaya. Thank you, Emmanuel. Once again, we're answering the question on the screen. Waiting for a few more people.
All right. Sorry, I was sending a quick message. Okay. Let's drop in the chat. Let's see what everyone got. Go ahead and type in the chat how many points were scored in the entire game. Okay. So we have 26, we have 27, I see 30. Emmanuel's putting 26 in word form, getting fancy. Okay. So let's count. So we count again by counting by twos, because each basketball is 2 points. So we'll go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. So those of you that said 26 points, you got it. 26. You can't see that because it's yellow. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing here for a second. And I'm going to pull up a blank page, I guess you would call it. Is this working? Are you working? Are you doing something? Okay.
Hear me?
Miss Williams? Yeah. I heard someone say, "Can you hear me?"
It was me.
Oh, okay. I couldn't hear you before you said, "Can you hear me?"
Okay. Elena, can you mute yourself?
Okay. Oh, there we go. I got it. All right, let me share my screen. All right. This is just a blank template, blank background so that I could draw on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a table. Don't really want it yellow, but that is okay. Well, I guess not because I messed up. Okay, there we go. Can someone remind me what was the question that I asked you before we started our lesson? Raise your hand and tell me what was the question I asked you. Jay?
What's your favorite color?
All right. So before we start our graph, we have to come up with a title up here. The title for the last one was points scored during the game. So who can raise their hand and give me a good title for what this graph is going to be about if I asked you guys what's your favorite color? What would be a good title if we're talking about everyone's favorite colors? Emmanuel?
Favorite colors?
Ba-bam, favorite colors. Nice and short and sweet and simple. Favorite colors. Okay, so there's our title, favorite colors. And after looking and writing it down, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different types of favorite colors. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to draw a line, and I'm just showing you how to make one. You guys will make your own as well. And then I'm going to try and make 7. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3.
Miranda just gave you all a hint, and if I were you, I would be looking at how she's making this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And there's one more important part, especially for making a picture graph. before I start drawing my pictures and putting what all the colors are, I need something over here to the side, giving some important information. What's that little thing called? What's that little thing called? It's a short 3-letter word. Evan?
Starts with a K.
The key.
The key. We need the key over here. Okay. So we have the key, and for the key, I'm going to use I'm just going to use this little square thing right here. Okay. So I have my key. One little square is going to be equal to, I'm going to keep the same key. I'm going to keep it as 2. So the key is a square equals 2 students. All right. So now over here, I'm going to just type in really quick the number of how many students said what and what color. And you guys are going to help me actually make the graph here. So for violet and purple, they're one and the same. So I'm just going to put it as purple. We had 3 students say purple. Blue or aqua, which is like a light blue, we had 4 students say blue and aqua. For pink, we have 4 people. For red, we had 3 people. Yellow, we had 1. Black, we had 1. And we had turquoise, which is like a blue-green, with 1. Okay, notice how I didn't draw the pictures, I just gave you the numbers, because we're going to turn these numbers into pictures. And this is going to require a little bit of problem solving here to figure out for these odd numbers, like 3. Ooh, no, I didn't want to do that. 3, 3, 1, 1, 1. How am I going to make this show that? So while I type in these colors here real quick, I want you to think about that. I would have made this ahead of time, but I couldn't predict what everyone was going to say.
No, I think it's more informative doing it together, actually.
All right. Yay. Okay. I literally changed this last minute last night at like midnight because I was really thinking. I'm like, man, I don't know how I'm going to do 3D shapes online. And I'm like, well, we have graphs. We could do graphs. Pink, red, yellow. Black.
Black.
Okay, awesome. So we're going to use the key. We're going to use these little squares here to represent a certain number of students, okay? So for purple, we had 3 students who did purple, who chose purple. Or 3 people in this case, because me and Ms. Williams also picked. So for purple, we know that 1 square is 2 students, but we had 3 students who chose purple. How am I going to draw 3? How am I going to do that? Anyone has any idea? How am I going to draw 3? Any hands?
Denilah.
3 squares.
So you think we would have to draw 3 squares? Okay, so let's try that out. 1, 2, 3. 3 squares for 3 students. All right. Does anyone have anything to add on to that? What do you think? If one square is 2 students and we had 3 students pick purple, that means we have to draw 3 squares. Anyone else think something else?
Are we still on number 1?
We're not really on a number. We're on the first color.
I think it should be 2 squares.
You think it should be 2 squares. Why, JV?
Because on the basketball one, they had 2 squares.
So you're saying on this basketball one, ooh, that doesn't work. On this basketball one right here, it was each basketball stands for 2 points. And then they did this. And I wish what we had before was on there, but it didn't work out that way just because of how this works. Anyone else? Danielle, I saw you put your hand back up. Did you want to change anything? What'd you want to do?
I want to change my answer to 5.
To 5 squares?
Yeah,
Why?
because 3 plus 2 equals 5.
But we only had 3 students pick purple. Logan, I see your hand up. Do you want to add anything?
My hand.
Oh, you were just kind of moving your hand. Well, do you agree? Do you think we need to have 5 squares?
Miss
I do
Miranda,
not agree. I respectfully do not agree with Daniela.
And why is that?
Because like last time, you're saying 2 students, so that would mean I don't want to give the answer away, but
Well, please do, so that I don't do it. Like that's why we're all doing this.
because well, like last time there was one with 3, so that would be 6 too.
So you were saying 3 squares would equal actually 6 students.
Yes.
So that can't be it. Ms. Williams, I heard you start to talk. What were you gonna say?
yeah, I want to add something. So I think that it would be 1 square because 1 equals 2, and then it would be half of a square because I know that half of 2 is 1, and so that will show 3 students.
There we go. That was it. I wanted to see what you guys were thinking before I told you. I was trying something there. But I haven't taught it to you yet, so I figured you would struggle a little bit, and that's okay. So what Ms. Williams was saying was that we have 1 square here. That means it's 2. Let me go ahead and draw a little 2 in there. So this is 2. And then we have half a square, which would be 1, because we know that if we take 2 and we cut it in half, it'd only be 1. And if we take 2 plus 1, 1, 2, that would equal 3 students. So we want to make sure that this picture represents 3 students like we have right over here, okay? So purple, we started with a little bit of a harder one because that's not a even number. Now we are moving into an even number for blue, 4. So who can give me the color, not the color, how many squares am I gonna have to draw inside for blue? How many squares am I gonna have to draw for blue? Dalton?
Two squares
2 squares. And why do you say 2 squares?
because the key is 2, and if you put 2 and 2 together, it's 4.
There you go. That was a perfect explanation. Thank you, Dalton. So I would have to do 2 squares. So this would be 2, this would be 2, and we know that 2 plus 2 equals 4. All right, beautiful job, Dalton. So now for pink. So I'm just gonna cross out purple here. I'm gonna cross out blue because we already did that. Pink, we had 4 people. So who can volunteer and tell me how many squares do I have to draw over here for pink? How many squares do I have to draw over here for pink? If pink has 4 students. Emmanuel, have we picked you yet?
No. Nope.
For pink, there needs to be 2 squares because the key says 2 students. So then 2 plus 2 equals 4.
Beautiful, thank you. I love how you guys are going and it just like we're starting to just explain it without me asking you to explain it. So it's awesome. Okay, well, I didn't want to highlight that. There we go, pink. Okay, now we have red. Red, 3 students picked red. How am I going to draw red? How am I going to represent that on the chart? Christian, how am I going to do for red for 3?
You're gonna draw 6 or 3 squares.
So you're saying 3 squares. So do you remember how purple also had 3?
Yeah.
Look at purple. How did we do purple?
You put 2 squares inside.
Is it 2 squares? There's 1 square here, and then I tried to make it look like half of a square here. Go away 1. See, I try to make it like 2 there, or half of 1 there. Oh, whoa, it's doing a dance. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. Okay, stop doing that 1. Well, okay, it's just not gonna work with me. I'm sorry, guys. All right, it's not gonna be 3. We already discussed that because then this would be 2, 4, 6. That would be 6 students. Who can help out Christian and remind them how we're gonna represent 3? Any hands? Felix, can you remind us?
You're going to place a whole square, which is 2 students, and then you're going to place half a square, which is 1 student.
There you go. You got it. Perfect explanation. Why did I almost call you turquoise? Perfect explanation, Felix. I'm sorry. Miss Miranda's brain, I think just staying at home is getting to me. Because the most simple things I'm starting to forget. I think everyone's brain's kind of getting like that. Anyone else? Is it just me? Am I going crazy? Okay, so Christian, I'm just gonna jump back to you for a second. Can you explain why we drew red like this?
Because there is no red color. And that's the
No, like why did Felix tell me to draw 1 whole square and then half a square to represent the number 3?
because wait. To make 4?
Not quite. So we did it this way because we had 3 students say red was their favorite color. So I needed to use these squares here to make 3. So this would be 2 because we have 1 whole square. And then I draw half a square, which is just a rectangle, to give me 1. So if I do 2 plus 1, that would give me 3. Okay. We're going to keep going over this. So we're just gonna go ahead and move on to yellow. So over here we see yellow had 1 student. How am I gonna draw 1? How am I gonna draw 1? Let's see.
Patience.
Patience? Okay, you read that's you read my mind.
You are gonna draw 1 with half of a square.
And why?
Why are you gonna draw with half of a square? Because if you do a whole one, that's gonna be 2.
All right, beautiful, good. So for yellow, it would just be half of a square so that it would show 1, because if I did a whole square, then it would be 2. All right, so for black, we had 1 student say black. So how am I gonna draw black?
Elena. Haven't heard from her. Elena. Elena, can you hear us?
Are you looking for the unmute button, Elena?
You do half square.
All right, beautiful. So just like we've been saying, we would have to do a half a square instead of a whole square. And then, can you tell me why, Elena?
Because a half square would give you 1.
Yeah, it would give us 1. All right, good. And then for turquoise, we had 1 student tell us turquoise. Do I have turquoise as a color? I do. Well, not quite turquoise, but it's close enough. Who can tell us turquoise? Demaya?
It's going to be a half because it's not a whole one, it's a half one.
All right, good. It's not a whole one, it's a half one. Perfect. Okay, and we just did a picture graph. We just did a picture graph. Let me go ahead and write these numbers in here so that we can see them. So now just so you know, the key here was 2. We've done 2 of them where the key was 2. It's important to look over here at the key because sometimes the key will be 1. Sometimes the key will be 3. Sometimes it's going to be 10. So it's always important to look at the key, and we're going to continue to practice that as we keep going. So now I'm going to give you guys a question, pretty similar to what I asked you earlier. How many students and teachers said what their favorite color was altogether? So I'll give you a minute or 2 to think about that. So how many students and teachers all together told us their favorite color? Okay. Go ahead and drop it in the chat. Ooh, you guys have already been doing it. Look at you. I haven't even looked at it yet. Yeah, I'm seeing the same answer. It's 17. 17 of us told us what our favorite color was. So yay. Okay. And your exit ticket. Are you ready? I'm going to keep the key here, but I'm going to erase all this over here. Your exit ticket is I magically, while we were all here, okay, I went and I asked 5 more people what their favorite color was. All right. And all 5 of those people said green. So I need to add a new row here, my chart. And I need to show using this key. Oh, not 5. I'm sorry. I can't count. I asked 7 people. 7 people told me that their favorite color was green. How am I going to have to draw green on this chart? How am I going to draw 7 people like green using this key? So really quick, I just want you to like draw it out on your paper, and I'm going to pick a person to tell us what I have to draw to do green. So I'll give you a minute or two of work time for that.
What's
Yeah.
the key?
The key is still 2 students right over here. Key is still 2 students. Okay. Who am I gonna pick? Jameson, how am I gonna draw 7 students?
3 students and a half.
So 3.5 squares?
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3.5. Okay, did anyone else have anything different? Thank you, Jay.
I got it. I got that.
You got that too?
Yeah.
Give me a really quick thumbs up, thumbs down if you agree, disagree. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Logan gives a thumbs up. Demaya gives a thumbs up. Denilah gives a thumbs up. Patience, thumbs up. Nikayla, thumbs up. All right. Looks like we agree. Christian gives a thumbs up. Felix gives a thumbs up. All right. Yeah, that's exactly how we would have to draw 7, because it would be 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1. And if I did that, that would give me 7 students. So if you did that, give yourself a good old pat on the back. All right. So that is our lesson for today. On Thursday, we're gonna do bar graphs. So that's where it looks like bars. We're gonna do bar graphs, and then I'm gonna leave you actually with a little mini project that I would like you guys to do at home for Thursday. So like, yeah, you'll have a little bit of homework, but it'll be fun. So that's it for today. But yeah. In terms of announcements, I looked and only 1 person has started on their diagnostic for iReady. So thank you, JV. So if you could please also, like especially today, go on iReady and start doing that diagnostic test, so that we can see how much you know. Just try your best on it, okay? Yeah. Do you have anything else to add, Miss Williams?
Oh, tomorrow we'll jump right back into Mr. Fantastic Fox. I'm excited to end these last few chapters. We'll review some questions as well. So come prepared to participate before we start back reading. Other than that, do your eye ready. And that is it.
All right. You guys did a really good job today, so thank you.